Hey everyone! Today we will talk about 4 functions to work with data layout in columns and rows. We will talk about TOCOL, to turn a range into a single column, and TOROW, a function to turn a range into a single row. Then we'll talk about WRAPCOL and WRAPROWS, that we can wrap a range of value into specific numbers of columns and rows. We have a list of students and scores. So first, TOCOL. We will change the student names to a vertical list in a single column. TOCOL, then the range. The ignore is optional here. We will talk about it in the next example. Now let's put 0. Now we have a vertical list. So the ignore option here is the main difference from the transpose formula. We can choose to ignore blanks and errors when transposing the list. For example, there's a blank in our list. We will use 1 for the ignore option. This will skip the blank cells in the original list. Let's put back Lisa to the list. Now let's talk about TOROW. We will use the vertical list from above. We use TOROW to turn the vertical list to a horizontal. Just like this. And if we have a blank cell in our list, we can also use ignore to skip the blanks. It's the same as TOCOL. Next, WRAPCOLS function. It turns the data to be displayed in a specified number of columns. So we type WRAPCOLS, then we select the range, which is the student names. Then we want it to be displayed in 3 columns. Here we go. We have an error here. It's because we only have 5 names from our list and cannot utilize all the grids in our columns. We can customize it to display something else. Let's put a question mark. There it is. Or we can leave it blank using a pair of quotes. How about WRAPROWS? It's a similar function, but this time we specify the number of rows to be displayed. Let's do 3 rows and leave the extra cell empty. Here we go. Alright, so these are some functions that can be used to change the layout of dataset.